Hey everyone, this is Shalini Joshi Amdagni, and in this video, I'm talking about there's always another pain layer to clear. So when people are stuck with chronic pain, whether it's physical chronic pain or emotional chronic pain, and they are using this approach that I share, EFT, emotional freedom techniques, also known as tapping. They often ask, so Shalini, how long is it going to take? How long is this process going to take? And so, so for example, if you have a physical chronic pain, I don't know, you've had it for a certain, whether it's a bunch of months or years or even decades. How long is it going to take is it really depends on you. It depends on how persistent you can be to address all the different aspects or layers of that that are contributing to that physical pain. Now, I share in my book, Instant Pain Relief, that chronic pain is multi-layered. There's mental pain layers, there's emotional pain layers, there's physical pain layers, there's spiritual pain layers. There's deeper, deep dive, those seabed layers from childhood. So it really is about addressing each of those layers thoroughly before you can expect to achieve relief. And if you're curious, how do I address all those pain layers? I've mentioned it step by step. How do you address the daily stress? How do you address the physical pain, the surface symptoms? How you address the emotional, deeper pain, the past, and all the way to your childhood issues that surprisingly are at the root of chronic pain a lot of the times. And so, how long will it take? As you address all those different layers, that's how long you take. You can take months, you can take, really depends on how much are you willing to spend time on looking at that stuff and releasing and clearing and letting go. So, that's the answer to how long will it take. And so as you address and release and clear all those different layers, you begin to feel better. That doesn't mean you have to clear all the layers before you start experiencing relief. You can feel relief instantly from aches and pains and shifts in intensity. But to experience lasting relief, you have to address all the pain layers. Now, here's the other thing. Does that mean that I will have no pain for the rest of my life? Absolutely not, right? Because life happens every day. You have stress every day. There are things that are painful in your life every day, whether it's a conversation with your parent, whether it's a conversation with your boss or your children, or a pandemic happens and life gets disrupted. So life is not straight, right? And so also, when you have healed your current chronic pain, you've permanently healed it, sure, but life is going to keep happening and the stress keeps happening, and we keep getting angry and upset and feel guilt and feel shame and feel frustrated and helpless and hopeless and overwhelmed, and all these feelings keep happening in our lives, and they don't vanish into thin air. Once that experience is over, they get stored in your system and over time build up. So for example, in 2007, I had been diagnosed with a chronic illness that I share about. This whole part one of this book is all about my journey and all the different aspects and layers that were contributing to my chronic pain. And I was able to heal it completely, permanently, using this process that I share in this book. Now, everything was fine and smooth for the next 12 years. Of course, I had aches and pains now and then, very, stiff neck or something. I cleared it with the tapping process. But in 2019, I was down with autoimmune disorder. I had arthritic pain all left side of my body. Does that mean that I didn't really clear that pain came back? Absolutely not. It means that life was happening. And in 2018, 1 year before I had all this massive pain in my body, I had had one of the most painful, stressful, challenging, traumatic years of my life in personal life. My friends' relationships were breaking apart. My dad had a brain stroke. My daughter went through a crisis. And in 2019, a year later of trying to cope with all this overwhelming pain that I was in, and I was using tapping all through, but it was like a tsunami, and I couldn't handle all of it. And so my body was storing all that pain, and it landed me in, having autoimmune disorder. And then again, I used the same process to release and clear all those different pain layers. And in 4 months of really working on myself, persisting, not ignoring, not pushing it aside, because it's painful to look at your stuff. It is. It's not fun. You got to do the work. And as I released and let go of the rage, of the anger, of the guilt, and the shame, and the pain, and the resentments that I was feeling because of so many things, I was completely healed from my autoimmune disorder and all the arthritic pain in the left side of my body. Every joint was free of pain. So there is always another layer to clear. Doesn't mean that if you brush for 10 years, you don't have to brush for the rest of your life. Doesn't mean that you have showered so well for 1 month, now you don't need to shower ever again. So there's similarly, doesn't mean that you've cleaned all the emotional pain that was, contributing to your physical pain or just chronic emotional pain. It means that you've done some massive spring cleaning of the inner closets of your life. Now you got to keep those closets clean. You've got to clear the daily stuff, the daily stress, the daily frustrations, the challenging things that feel traumatic. You got to keep clearing that, just like a daily mental emotional shower. And so how long do you need to do that? That's lifelong. It's like a daily, brushing your teeth. It's like a daily cleansing, daily mental, emotional hygiene. So I hope that answers your question. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, do subscribe, do share it with people you think might benefit from it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.